Welcome to my presentation of human anatomy presented by myself, Colton Uramovich, and this is for the course PFT 1121 Foundations of Personal Training. Now, before I continue on with this video presentation, I am aware that you do have the PowerPoint, the slideshow that you can follow on as I continue out through this presentation. Now, as mentioned before, this is a presentation on human anatomy, and just to give you a step-by-step how this presentation is going to look, I'll start off with an introduction on human anatomy, and I have also chosen two topics from human anatomy to discuss with you and expand my ideas and thoughts in order for you to gain some knowledge as well as myself. And then we'll just end off with a summary and why it is relevant. Why human anatomy is relevant in order to become a personal fitness trainer. Now, just to start off, human anatomy is often considered the study of the human body, or in other terms, the study of the anatomical structure of the human body. And this allows ourselves to explore any details related to the human body. In becoming a personal fitness trainer, human anatomy is essential. Being aware of all tendons, joints, bones, ligaments, what their function is and how well they function is necessary in order to understand the human body. Now, examples: people who are injured during work, sports, accidents, often come to personal trainers to try to understand how the body works, but also to help their body keep their body at a healthy peak. Now, as learning to become a personal trainer, knowing about human anatomy helps ourselves and clients to live healthy lives, to evaluate when a part of the body is being hurt or overworked, and also keeping a healthy diet. Now, as mentioned before, I have chosen two topics to discuss. Topic number one will be muscles, and topic number two will be the skeletal system. So first off, we'll start off with topic number one, and that is muscles. Now, muscles contract and relax in order to force movement within the human body. And within this subject of the muscles, I've chosen three muscles to kind of expand on. So muscle number one, these are called the skeletal muscles. Muscle number two, smooth muscle. And muscle number three, the cardiac muscles. Continuing on, the skeletal muscles are attached to the skeleton, which is the actual frame of the human body. Now, these muscles contract and relax in control of ourselves. Now, the smooth muscles are often found in organs like the stomach, and these help with the digestion of food. And these are considered involuntary muscles. Cardiac muscles are mostly found in the heart. They are considered involuntary muscles and can constantly pump blood to the heart. Now, as you continue on with the slideshow, the slide after the muscles, you'll see three pictured examples of muscles. So example number one is just a picture of the cardiac muscles located in the heart. Example number two is the skeletal muscle attached to the frame of the body. And example number three is the smooth muscle located in the stomach. So as we continue, we still ask ourselves why muscles are important. Well, just like explained before, there are three different types of muscles, but the question remains, why are they still relevant? Well, muscles allow our body to move not just externally, but internally, such as cardiac muscles like discussed before. And these muscles pump blood to the heart, and without these involuntary muscles, the body would stop working. Not only do muscles provide movement, but they also serve as other functions as well. Now, these functions, muscles provide stability, heat production, circulation, and also help with digestion. All of these are irrelevant in order for the human body to function, or humans to survive. Now we all know the body works as a whole, and when one part is injured or stops working, the rest of the body cannot necessarily function, and this is the case in regards to muscles. Now continuing on with our presentation, we will continue with the skeletal system, topic number 2. And to begin with, the skeletal is the structure of the body made up of bones, tendons, often referred to as the frame of the human body. Now the main purpose of the skeletal system is to support the body, because without it, humans or ourselves would basically collapse immediately. Bones in the body can either attach to bones through ligaments or muscles through tendons. The bones primarily protect the internal human body, such as organs like the heart, lungs, and brain, many important organs of the body. There are specifically 3 main important bones of the human body. Bone number 1 is the scalp, and the scalp protects the important brain, which controls every function in the human body. Number 2, the rib cage, obviously protecting the lungs and the heart. And number 3, the spinal cord. Although not one bone, made up of 24 irregular bones called the vertebrae. These bones protect the fragile spinal cord, and it only takes one injury to the spinal cord that may result in a paraplegic lifestyle. Now continuing on with the next slide, I have also set up 3 picture examples of the skeletal system. Picture number one, is just a rib cage that protects the internal organs such as the heart and the lungs. Example number 2 is the 24 irregular bones protecting the fragile spinal cord. And example number 3, the scalp protecting the brain, which is one of the most important organs in the body. So as finishing discussing the 2 topics and the introduction of human anatomy, we kind of would like to know how human anatomy is relevant in regards to personal fitness training. Well, first off, being involved in a personal fitness training profession automatically in the public eye makes trainers experts about human anatomy. It is almost expected that trainers, although not doctors nor nurses, should have the same amount of knowledge in regards to human anatomy. But we still ask ourselves, why is it relevant? Well, first of all, personal trainers are experts in trying to make the body more fit to a client's personal choice. Whether they want more muscle, lose fat, endurance, or even a cardio workout, a personal trainer should be able to accommodate a client's needs. Now, the advantages of a personal trainer is the workload put on a client. A personal trainer has the knowledge of getting results but not overworking muscles. And with each trainer's extensive knowledge of human anatomy, they could provide workout plans that will work your muscles but not overwork them to the point of damage. Sometimes injuries do happen, but personal trainers should have the solution to nurse your muscles back to health. And last but not least, not only do personal trainers need to know about physical injuries that may occur, but also a healthy diet clients should create for themselves in order to see the results they would like. Now, as we dive down into this presentation, we've gone over an introduction in human anatomy. We have gone over the description of the muscles and what the muscles do. We have also gone over the skeletal system and also laid out a few examples for each throughout this presentation. So now we're just kind of diving down and getting into our summary of the presentation. And just to summarize what we just discussed in the last 10 minutes now, there are multiple important parts of the human body. Basically, every part of the body is relevant because the body does not work as a whole unit. Each individual body part serves as a function, and when each body part does its job, it allows the body to work more smoothly and more efficiently. In regards to personal training, bones and muscles can be the most relevant knowledge a personal trainer can be aware of. Having a large knowledge about human anatomy allows personal trainers to handle and manipulate a situation to possibly see results in a client or nursing injury back to health. And last but not least, personal trainers should be experts in human anatomy, as trainers have to be aware of the possibilities or problems of injuries, as well as dietary plans. Now, this is more relevant knowledge as personal trainer knows, the more relevant knowledge a personal trainer knows, the better for themselves as well as their clients. Now, as we continue on to the last page of the slideshow, you'll see all the references I've used to collect ideas and thoughts and kind of expand my own knowledge onto you. So once again, this was a presentation of human anatomy presented by myself for the class PFT 1121 Foundations of Personal Training. I would just like to thank you for taking the time to sit down and indulge in this video I've created for you. Hope to see you soon. Thanks.